What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the what episode is this? The 14th?
I think it's 14.
The
We got a bunch
14th
out.
the 14th episode of Undercover Weaves podcast. This episode is about American shows that were inspired by anime.
Our Western anime over here.
Yeah, it's a big debate whether they're considered anime or not, depending on if you're like a purist going by the definition of anime in Japan, or
Yeah,
if you're
dude, 'cause
going
there's
by United States definition.
there are some that are just so heavily influenced it's basically an anime. Like,
Yeah, because like in Japan, anything that's a cartoon is considered like anime, but in America, it's more like we have cartoons, and then stuff that comes from Japan is anime.
yeah,
Cause like ain't no one out here calling SpongeBob an anime.
right. Dude, okay, which one should we start with here? What should be the first one we talk about?
Let's get the big boy out of the way right away, which is the main argument, or like the biggest one that people argue if it's anime or not, and that's Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, and Avatar is fucking fire. The Last Airbender is such a good show.
I didn't watch it actually until just this summer.
Oh, really?
So like, yeah, when they put it out on Netflix, that was my first watch through,
I think I watched it last year.
and
Rewatched it.
it was amazing.
It's so good.
And
It
like, you don't think twice about the only part that makes it not an anime for me, to be honest, is that it doesn't have an anime opening song. It doesn't have the
Yeah.
OP. Doesn't count.
It doesn't have the anime OP, but everything else about it's an anime.
Oh, it's
The
amazing.
way the characters are designed, like the storyline, the fights.
I was so like actually taken back by the ability of Nickelodeon, of all TV producers, to be able to come up with something like that.
I know. They did a really good job too. Like the animation is phenomenal. Everything about the show is just great. Like if it were considered an anime, it would be high on my list.
Yeah, and like it wouldn't be like in my top 10, but it might crack like top 25.
I think it would be around 20 for me. Maybe crack into the teens, low teens, high teens, I guess. High teens.
I wish I think the reason partially why I never watched Avatar: The Last Airbender when I was younger was the fact that I could never commit to watching
Yeah.
something like on a regular basis to figure out what the heck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was younger, like, I'm not gonna actually remember that, oh, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. I need to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender's new episode. And even still nowadays, I never remember when shit actually comes out. I just wait for it to pop up on like Funimation recently added.
Yeah.
But like, it was much easier back then just to watch something that did not actually matter what episode you're watching.
God, and there's so much to love about Avatar. It has it's got good characters. It has good, I don't know, the interactions between characters are so good. The fight scenes are so sick.
Sokka
It's just
OP.
got everything. You know who sucks though? What's her nuts? Katara. Katara's trash.
Katara made me want to punch her in the face like every other episode.
My mom died.
She has mommy problems for
She's
sure.
got mommy
Big
issues.
major mommy issues. Did you ever watch Legend of Korra?
No, couldn't do it. I heard it's just not as good.
I've seen maybe a few episodes, which it also came out on Netflix like over the summer, I think.
Yeah.
But I heard that it's just not as good. I'll
Dude,
probably end up watching it sooner or later.
Yeah, I think my favorite character from that show is probably Zuko. Zuko's lit, and I love his and Aang's interactions and their relationship is just bomb. And he's just a badass character.
He is a great character. Avatar is probably the most popular cartoon like in the West that's like critically acclaimed to be like amazing.
Definitely.
Because like
everyone loves it. There's not a single person that has watched Avatar and been like, "Oh, it was okay."
That just
It's amazing.
No, yeah, it is amazing, and that just shows how depraved Americans are of like actual storylines in their cartoons.
Exactly. I just think over here in the West, it's just a lot of people think like if it's a cartoon, it's for kids or it's gonna be like a comedy, like a grungy comedy, which are good. Like South Park's hilarious. People just don't realize that there can be some really deep stuff going on in like animated shows and movies.
That's why in America it's like if you watch anime, you're almost like if the general public knows you watch anime, you're a little bit shunned for it. Even though they just don't even realize like the content.
I know. I feel like now though in this exact like day and age, it is becoming so much more popular.
It's finally like starting to break some, I don't know what's good wording for it.
Stereotypes that people have about it. Yeah. I agree 100% because I mean honestly when I was I didn't really know what anime was, but I did have a little bit of a stereotype towards it when I was in like elementary school because this kid I know, I'm not going to say his name, was just an absolute nerd with it, like all about Pokemon and stuff, and I just kind of turned me off it for a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I also didn't really understand what anime was at the time. But I mean, look at us now. We got a podcast about it. Shit.
No kidding. I never even like I was introduced to anime for like the first time actually watching it 3 years ago only. And
then once you get a taste of it, you're like, holy shit, this is actually deep.
Like,
it has a great storyline.
It's like crystal meth.
I know, for real. Like this, it just gets you hooked and it blows like most American shows out of the water. There's very few that like can hold a candle to a good anime.
And if you look at if you look at the lineup that we're gonna go over today, these are all the shows that are critically acclaimed.
I do think it's important to talk about it because I think that they can be a really good gateway into actual Japanese anime.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best anime gateway out there. 100%. No cap. It 100%. Just is what it is.
It's because everyone likes it, and then you can if you like put them on Avatar and then put them on something like even better or just oh god. Dude, that would be just such a good gateway.
Because that and people aren't afraid to watch something from the United States. Right. I don't know what it is about it, but they just don't seem to want to do it.
I think the next one we should talk about is Rick and Morty. I don't think it really took that much from, Japanese anime. No. But Rick and Morty is fire. Holy shit. It's so good.
I wouldn't really say it has any influence from anime other than the fact that it does have a bit of like an overcarrying storyline. But I don't know that I would really consider that itself to make something in anime. Because like something can have a storyline and not be an anime, although in the West it's not common to actually have storylines in cartoons.
Right. Rick and Morty is probably, if we're going like on cartoons, I would say Rick and Morty is probably the best one in the West that's ever created, in my own opinion, in my humble opinion, because Rick and Morty is just fire. Every episode is awesome. Every single one. There's not a single bad episode. And it's so creative. It is so creative.
It is super creative. It reminds me of Space Dandy, but Space Dandy isn't all satire. Like Rick and Morty is mostly satire and with like dark humor, which like kind of gets heavy sometimes just because the dark humor is so dark.
Yeah.
But like Space Dandy can still like hit you and like make you feel bad.
Yeah. I think that if Rick and Morty, if I'm putting it in my all-time just animated shows list, Rick and Morty is probably 10, to be honest. It's so good, maybe even higher.
It's amazing.
I've seen every episode many times, and like that, the guy who writes it, I'm drawing a blank on his name. I should know this, but he is the most creative guy. He must be super smart in real life because like the shit he comes up with in the show, I don't even understand. It's just genius.
It's just whack. I don't have that kind of brain.
Yeah, I don't either.
I have a super grounded, boring brain. I wish I could think like that.
Same. I'm not very creative, to be honest. My creative and artistic abilities are lacking.
That's not good. Let's go on to Ruby. Neither of us I literally can't speak right now. Neither of us have seen Ruby.
No.
This is a show made in Texas by like a place called Rooster Teeth. but it's all CGI, and it makes me want to throw up.
Dude, it looks like shit.
It looks so bad.
I haven't really heard much about it. It might not be shit. I just have nothing to base
It's
it
really
off of.
popular, actually.
I'm making my judgment purely on how it looks.
It looks bad. I will say it looks horrible.
Dude, the color palette and like the character design is goofy to me.
That's a show though that doesn't like it's not one like Avatar that people will just argue with it that it is anime. It's more one that just people mistake for anime.
Yeah, it looks just like an anime. I mean, it's
like it looks like a bad CGI anime is what it is.
Before I knew that it wasn't, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was an anime. If you've seen, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know.
I don't even know what to watch it on, to be honest.
I think it's on Netflix.
Is it actually?
I mean, I've seen it somewhere, and I want to say it's Netflix. Don't quote me on that.
Have you seen Afro Samurai?
I haven't, but Deuce just watched it a couple months ago, and he said it was bomb. And Samuel L. Jackson is the voice actor of the main guy, right?
Yep. That's awesome. He's a voice actor
lit.
of two different guys, actually. Or I think it's two different guys. Either ways. It's actually was animated in Japan, but it's specifically made for Western audiences.
Okay.
And I will say that the main character is the ugliest main character out of any show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, he is.
Wow,
ugly.
is that guy ugly?
Dude, yeah, he's just a weird looking guy. God damn.
Also, that show kind of has a few, like, I don't know. They don't really flesh much out. It's definitely a show that's based more in just fighting. Like,
yeah,
you just got to be really into the fights.
I've seen some fight scenes from it, and they were badass, actually. Like, they were actually super sick.
And it kind of has a lot coming. Like, if you're going to want to get something from the story, you're going to have to really sit down and pay attention to every scene and, like, what's going on. Because it's only 5 episodes long.
Mm-hmm.
It has a pretty cool concept. I think it could have done a lot better if it stretched it out over, like, 12 to 15 episodes and give us more time to, like, identify with some characters. But for what it is, I considered it one of the better ones to come out of the West for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I guess to come out of the East, but
so was
meant
it like,
for the West.
Was the idea created in the West and then they just gave it to Japan to animate? Or what? I don't really know much about Afro Samurai.
I think it's kind of like that. It was.
I would assume.
I'm pretty sure it was an American like idea, and then it was animated in Japan, and then aired back in America. It's worth a watch. I mean, it's super short, so
yeah, quick watch. I did not realize that there's a lot of Disney stuff that are basically like mirrors of some anime shows and movies.
Oh yeah, Disney's bad with that. Disney has no shame.
Atlantis: The Lost Empire is, what was that? I just looked it up, but that is apparently just like a parallel to an anime, and like the characters literally look the exact same. The main character, they go in a submarine. The anime, I can't think of what I just read it. I can't think of it. Oh, Nadia: The Secret of the Blue Water. That's what it's called. And apparently, they literally go in a submarine, and then they stumble upon the lost city of Atlantis, and the characters are literally, they look the exact same. Like the main character in that show looks just like Milo. He's a ginger with big round glasses. Like, what?
Sometimes Disney just has no shame when it comes to like ripping people or ripping shows off in that situation. It's not the first time they've done it. It's not, and it sure as hell won't be the last time they do it.
For real. Like the Lion King and the other
Kimba the Lion.
Kimba the Lion.
Kimba the White Lion. That's literally exactly the same. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where Kimba the White Lion is from, but it's the same show.
That's wild. Like, what? Yeah, it's based off a manga called Jungle Emperor Leo, and the anime is called Kimba the Lion. Dude, like, this is crazy. I did not know this. Apparently there's even a scene where Kimba's dad passes away, and he comes
even
to Kimba.
That bad?
Yeah.
That bad of a ripoff, huh?
There's a scene where Kimba's dad is standing on a rock that looks just like Pride Rock. Like, what, bro? That's wild.
GG Disney, GG.
I mean, yeah, good capitalization. One of the biggest Disney movies of all time is Lion King, one of my
Yeah.
personal favorites.
I've never seen The
just-
Lion King,
That's
actually.
just wild to me. What?
What?
You've never seen The Lion King, bruh?
No. I don't know.
Oh my god, who is my podcast partner?
I don't know.
Lord
I
have
wasn't.
mercy.
I don't know. It's old. I'm old, I guess, but not that old.
I'm astounded. That's one of my favorite Disney movies. I'm a big Disney fan though.
Yeah. Speaking of Disney, actually, it's not Disney, but Marvel is like their cartoons, or I guess I
Yeah.
don't know. Like Marvel doesn't specifically make the cartoons. It's more DC actually, because it's kind of like Batman that makes their cartoons. So like Teen Titans.
Teen Titans is fire. Teen Titans is so good. I used to watch that all the time when I was younger. Absolutely fire.
I never saw Teen Titans either, actually.
Oh, dude, Teen Titans is actually good as fuck. Definitely looking at it through nostalgia goggles, but I feel like it would actually hold up. Like you'd enjoy it. It's a really fire show.
Does it does have like a pretty good storyline?
Yeah, it has a pretty good storyline. The villain is I can't think of his name. He's the villain. I think he goes like up a what the heck? He's just like Deadpool from the Marvel universe, but in the DC universe.
Yeah, because there's like parallels for everything.
Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. He has an orange, half Slade Wilson. Deathstroke, that's his name. Deathstroke. That's the main villain.
Was that a Cartoon Network show?
Yes, it was.
Cartoon Network was actually like kinda on top of things when it came to shows like that, because they had Teen Titans, they had Ben 10.
Ben 10's another one. We'll get into that later, but Teen Titans actually had a pretty good storyline and some heavy moments, and it is heavily influenced if you look at like the animation and the storyline, like powering up and not powering up, but just like exceeding your limits and shit.
Interesting. Yeah. How long is it? I've never really gotten it. I guess if you just watch it like on TV.
I watch it on TV, but I really don't know, man. That is a good question. I think it had a couple seasons. Had to have. 5 seasons, 65 episodes.
It's only 65 episodes. Wow. Yeah. For some reason, I was expecting it to be more than that.
It's lit, though.
The problem with shows in the West is that they always try to juice out as many episodes and as much money out of everything they can.
Oh, always.
And it often ends up just absolutely destroying the show.
Yeah. I think that's another reason why a lot of the shows in the West are episodic, because you can just keep going and come up with something new for every single show.
Yeah, you don't run out of, like, you don't have to follow any storyline. You can actually have like completely different writers writing just single episodes and not even worry about if it follows any type of storyline.
And that's just so much less impressive than like having an absolutely just like creating your own world and having moving parts within it. One Piece, for example, in the West, like we have shows like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, like it follows a storyline and they create their own like world, and that's just so impressive to me.
If you think about it, I think probably another main reason is why we don't really have any or like Western made anime is because where does like 90%, 98% of anime come from? Manga. Like we don't have anything similar to that. The closest thing we have is comic books,
which are not even that popular at all.
Yeah, and they're just literally writing the same characters over and over again.
Yeah.
Telling basically one writer makes a story and then the next one comes up with a completely new one that is just none of it makes any sense.
I feel like we don't dive as much into like fantasy over here as they do in Japan.
No, I think that's partially because it's just like the culture is kind of shunned here for some reason.
Yeah, I just think it's because Hollywood is so big and like movies, actors, we praise them.
They'll go and make an adaptation of Death Note and absolutely destroy it for like live action. Or Ghost in a Shell, like nobody liked that either.
Do they think that they actually are going to have a good adaptation? And they're like, oh, if we get real actors and we throw a bunch of money into this show, it'll be good. They're so bad always. They always suck.
It's always so bad. And then they'll get knocked for whitewashing, even though if you look at
That doesn't make sense.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like look at the films made in Japan, like the Full Metal Alchemist movie, Edward Elric, Alphonse Elric, like those are very European names.
Right.
In a very every character in that has very European names and look European, and then but in Japan it's okay for them to make a completely Japanese cast movie, but when we do something like that, it's out of the question.
That's
Shouldn't have happened.
It's so stupid because, like, canonically, these characters, they probably all have their nationality. You can go on a wiki for any single show, and, like...
It's the same thing for the Attack on Titan. They have a Japanese-made live action, and every single character is Japanese, but in the manga, there's literally only one person that is Asian.
Right, like...
And it's Mikasa.
Right, like, and if we were to do that, people would be angry at us. Like, if someone in the, like a movie studio in the U.S. did that, people would be pissed. And it's like, well, what do you mean? If you do a Vinland Saga movie, it's all, they're Vikings. They're from Scandinavia.
Yeah, we get caught up, America gets caught up too much in the politics.
Yeah. Just sit back and enjoy people.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's dive into the one I've been waiting to talk about for a long time. And that's Castlevania.
Castlevania is so goddamn good. Oh my lord.
Sometimes does Netflix like fund the shows that they put on there?
Good question.
If they do, they really hit on this one. They really hit.
Yeah, Castlevania is actually so fire.
It takes characters that are pretty washed up, Dracula and Alucard and like the Belmonts, and just creates a whole new story for them and makes it amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. And God, the story's good, the fights are I love Castlevania. That actually might be ahead of
Castlevania is my favorite Western anime quotations.
That might be mine, that and Avatar.
I think it beats out Avatar for me. I'm just more into the more adult themes, I guess.
Yeah.
But
when's the next season coming out?
Hopefully soon. It's so good.
It is just
I was not prepared. I knew something weird was going to happen when those two people like started getting trained by Alucard.
Yes.
But I didn't want what happened to happen.
That was whack. They really played Alucard, dude. Alucard's starting to turn dark.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Alucard. I feel like he gets the short end of the stick on literally everything.
Dude, he really gets fucked. He's got to kill his dad, his mom.
He lives alone out in the woods. People literally just come to fuck with him.
I don't get why he couldn't leave with
because they wanted to protect all the books and stuff, remember?
That's right. Yep, never mind. I do remember that. Yeah, geez. They were really ahead of those vampires, man. They were ahead of their time. They had some crazy technology.
Yeah.
Dracula went
no
nuts.
kidding.
So is Dracula gonna come back then?
I kind of forgot how it ended. Oh, the last season was the one where it had like it was in that church and then they like opened that portal, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was the because the white-haired like vampire lady and like, they had Oh, but that the black guy with like the tattoo and he uses like that weird whip thing, he's gonna come back. He's crazy. I forget his name.
Yeah, I'm horrible with names. I know exactly what you're talking about. And then the guy that had the ring put on him that was happening simultaneously with the thing that was going on with Alucard.
Yeah.
That was quite the double whammy going on at the same time.
It really was.
It made me uncomfortable for a solid 10 minutes of the show.
Dude, weren't they siblings?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're brother and sister.
That was whack. They're just seducing Alucard. Just playing with his heartstrings. And oh, man.
That made me very uncomfortable for a very large amount of time.
They, like, tied him up, bro. Some BDSM shit.
Yeah, and then he didn't like that very much because they were going to try to kill him.
Yep. Dude, Alucard's such a great guy. That's so bogus.
It's because he's a vampire. But he's half human.
Trevor Belmont is a absolute dreamboat. what a beauty.
But he smells, according to Cypher.
Yeah, just because he likes to booze and doesn't shower that much.
He's so funny too. He cracks me up so much.
Yes, he is hilarious. God, he is. Oh man, dude, Trevor Belmont. Every time, he's by far my favorite character in the show. Every time he's on screen, bro, it's just wild. Dude, Trevor, and I also like it because like, what's her name? The Cypher. Does she have a name? Do they just call her Cypher? No, she has a name.
I think that is her name.
Oh, really? Well, anyways, Cypher's OP as hell. Alucard is literally, he can like fly, he can teleport, he can like turn into a wolf. Can he turn into like a wolf or some shit? He can like
something like that.
He has telekinesis and he can like make his sword fly around. And then Trevor's just a normal human with a whip.
Funniest fucking part of the show is when he just goes up and punches Dracula. He's like, "Oh, you must be the Belmont boy."
Yeah.
Only fucking one dumb enough to come and punch Dracula.
The Belmonts are savages. I love the first episode when he's in the bar and he gets into that fight and he's just trashed.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Castlevania has something for everyone, and that show is gory.
Yeah, it is. It's got very good animation, though.
It does. It has super good.
Very, very anime-influenced animation.
Dude, if Cypher and Trevor's kid is going to be wild. If they have a kid.
I was going to say, is that like a planned thing?
Well, I think it is because, you know, like the Richter and Simon Belmont in Smash?
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure they're Trevor's, like, great-grandchildren.
Oh, is that how it goes?
I think. Don't quote me on that. I think so.
I like how in that world they're building, like, lore and they're building, like, a universe, too. It's not just your set storyline.
They could really keep that going if they, like, follow the family tree and stuff.
Yeah, you know it scares me when they try to do that kind of thing, though, because I have no doubt that is a show they could try to juice out forever.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, just kidding. So Trevor Belmont is Simon's great-grandfather. Yeah, that's how it works. And then Trevor is Richter's great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Apparently.
We got a few on here that I haven't watched, like Zowling Showdown. I'm not really sure what that is.
Shaolin Showdown is, it was on Cartoon Network, I'm pretty sure, and like I watched it as a kid, and the main character is this little dude with a super round head. It's like a martial arts like show.
Let me Google it here quick.
I bet you've probably seen a couple episodes. He literally has like an orange round head. He's got like 9 dots on it.
Shaolin Showdown.
There's like a dude in it with a cowboy hat.
No, I've never seen this before.
Oh, bro, this show was bomb. Actually, it kind of sucked, but it was hilarious.
It was bomb, but it sucked.
I mean, as a kid, man, I really fucked with it.
He's kind of giving off the Korra Sensei looking vibes here.
He kind of looks like Korra Sensei, bro. His head is a complete circle and he's yellow.
That's literally Korra Sensei.
The show's kind of racist, damn.
No kidding.
But yeah, that's Shaolin Showdown. That one obviously had some.
Is that a comedy one?
I think it's a comedy and like a kids fighting. I don't know. But dude, Kim Possible also fire.
Kim Possible was. I had this video game on my Game Boy Advance. It was a Kim Possible game. Played the shit out of it. It's a great game.
I watch it strictly for the naked mole
rat, the roll mat. It's what is its name?
Rufus.
That's what it is. Rufus the naked mole rat. What is the guy's name? It's like Ron Impossible or something dumb like that. Like,
hold on, Ron. It is not Ron Stoppable.
Stoppable. That's what it is. It is something like that. That's so clown.
Ron Stoppable. That is hilarious.
Ron was very stoppable too.
Yeah, Ron's a little bitch. But now, once you see this, you can't unsee it. Kim Possible's mouth is just a mustache.
Oh, I heard that.
I can't unsee it, bro. It's just a mustache. All I see is her with a mustache now.
I gotta look at this.
Dude,
Yeah, that's bad.
I used to think Kim Possible was a little baddie, and now I just think Kim is just a chick with a mustache, man. Dude, Kim Possible's fire. I don't care what anyone says. Samurai Jack, also fire. Influenced by anime. Samurai Jack is tight.
Very much so.
Dude, AK, have you seen that show? I don't know what it's on. I think it's called Primal.
Do you ever wait? What is it called?
I think it's called Primal. It's with like the T-Rex and the caveman. Yeah, it's called Primal. It's so good, AK. You have to watch it. I'm not even kidding. It's honestly so good. There's no speaking.
Oh, really?
It's really good.
That's
not even. It's super, super good. Me and my roommates watch it, and it's really fire.
How long is it?
I think it's only a couple episodes. I think they're coming out. They might have just came out with the second season. Bro, Carl, come here. Oh yeah, but come here. How good is Primal?
Oh, the show, bro?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're talking about like Western anime. How fire is Primal?
Dude, I'd say it was like well, first of all, it like won a bunch of awards for like anime.
Yeah.
But we all liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the animation and like it really like makes you feel some type of way. Like it's actually satisfying.
Yeah, dude, it hits you in the feels at some parts. It's fire.
Wow, I'm gonna have to check this out.
You have to.
I can get down with that.
It's super impressive because it has no words because it's a T-Rex and a caveman. Like they don't really have language. Thanks, Carl. Guest speaker Carl on the chat. What makes it so good is that like it actually portrays emotion with no words. And you can see the caveman and the T-Rex grow, like their relationship grows, and it's honestly so fire.
So they're like
so
friends?
Is that what it is? They started off as enemies. So the first episode, the caveman, his whole entire like family gets killed by like these velociraptors.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes to kill them and he finds a T-Rex and he starts fighting the T-Rex. But then he sees that the velociraptors killed the T-Rex's family as well. So then it's a journey of them like just together because they're homies now because they both went through the same thing, and it's so fire.
Weird. What a weird concept. It could be. Sounds like it could be really interesting though.
It's got like some demons. It's got velociraptors. There's a giant spider at one point. Gorillas. It's cool.
We need to talk about how screwed up like Oscars and Emmys and stuff are for like animated films.
Yeah, they're messed up.
Because the year that like I'm pretty sure Your Name came out, like are the Oscars like a United States only kind of thing, or does it allow? No, because Parasite
no
won.
And Spirited Away won a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but then like
well, Princess Mononoke won some stuff too. I'm pretty sure Akira did as well.
Yeah, but when Your Name, which was like one of the biggest anime movies in the last decade, came out in Japan, and it was even like it made some headway in America. Every single year there's an animated film coming out of Japan that would absolutely trounce any animated film to come out of the United States.
Yeah, 100%. I don't understand how it works, because I really don't. Because still, the Demon Slayer movie, I bet, hits a lot of theaters in America, actually. I bet it's going to be shown at, like, a bunch of them. And it's going to be fire. The movie's going to be fire. There's no way it's not. You think it's going to win an award? I think that one might pull some... It might swing a little bit.
I think it might be nominated. Well, we haven't seen the movie yet. We don't know how good it is. But if it's good...
No way it's going to be bad.
True. But if it's good, then, like, if it's nominated but is put up against some slightly higher than average United States animated film, like, they're picking the one from the United States.
Oh, yeah.
That's just sad.
The year Sword of the Stranger came out, if it didn't get an award, that's just a
Oh,
tragedy.
I guarantee it didn't.
It's so good. It's literally so good. The fact that IMDb has it as a 7.8 out of 10 is just dumb. Oh my god, its gross revenue, it says $258,000. No way, that's not true. That movie was slept on that much?
Sword of the Stranger is $258,000?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's not much at all. That's like, how does that even probably make their budget back?
Yeah, no way it did.
Yeah, but both A Silent Voice and Your Name came out in 2016, and
dude, this is just sad, man. Spirited Away won in 2002.
Is Zootopia? It was Zootopia. It wasn't. I thought it was Boss Baby, but it was Zootopia.
All right, dude. Zootopia's fire. No
but
cap.
Your Line, or not Your Line, April, Your Name and A Silent Voice both came out in 2016, and neither of them were even up for
Yeah, that's just atrocious.
for an Academy Award.
Spirited Away did deserve to win in 2002. There's a lot of anime movies, man, that could win.
I'm
not gonna lie.
honestly they could pull it every single time.
I think so too, because anime movies are usually done, well, like the popular ones that I actually hear about are always done super well. I'm not a big anime movie watcher, but there are some heaters. Anything by Studio Ghibli, I mean, that is like a Studio Ghibli movie, but Sword of the Stranger's Bomb, there's so many good ones. Akira, they all deserve awards. This is just sad.
It is sad. It's just because the United States doesn't like recognize the actual like impact that some of these films and stuff can make. They just ignore them completely. We got to change the status quo.
We gotta change the status quo and turn everyone into a weeb, and then Japan's just gonna become a utopia. Oh, AK, this is gonna make you happy. I started reading Tokyo Ghoul.
What are you thinking of it?
It's really fire.
It's
so, far.
so good,
it's
isn't
really
it?
Fire.
How far are you?
And I feel like I think I'm on chapter 14.
Okay, yeah, I think there's like 140 chapters in Tokyo Ghoul and 116 Re.
I already met the mask maker.
Uta?
Love that guy. Love Uta, bro.
Oh, I love Uta too.
Just a weirdo, but I'm just getting introduced to it. And honestly, it's starting kind of slow, but I like everything they're setting in place because I'm already thinking about the world and like the different wards and how this works.
Yeah,
like,
it's a manga that if you studied, you could literally study the panels. It's so detailed and like everything in the panels has meaning and stuff. You could study the panels, and people do, and they find new shit all the time.
That's all. Yeah. Because, dude, I'm really liking it so far. That's going to be my next I'm going to read that with Vagabond. I've been slacking on Vagabond.
It's so good. Plus, I think Tokyo Ghoul Re is even better, and I think that's pretty much the consensus that Re is better. The art's a little bit better, and I like the characters in Re a little bit better.
The art is pretty dang good. The only thing, I don't know, this could be just a style choice, but I don't really get what is their power where the things come out of them.
Kagenes?
Yeah, they haven't really, like, every time I've seen a Kagane, basically, it's just like a blur. So I really didn't know what was going on.
It's helpful. Maybe you should look up some like images of Kagenes from like the anime, because I think helps.
No, I've seen the Jason Kaneki fight, so I know what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really good so far, man. They're putting in place some good stuff, and I think it's definitely gonna live up to your overhyping of the manga.
Overhyping. I don't hype it up enough. It's so good.
It is,
but it got that trash anime adaptation. Just like it's like Berserk. It just can't get it. It's too gory. It has too much.
Yeah.
They can't adapt it because it's like too adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. God, that just makes me so. It makes me so sad that they can't do a good Berserk adaptation, because it would literally probably be one of the best anime of all time, if not the best. Dude, I think we got to start reading JoJo's, because I just need to read Steel Ball Run. I just have to.
I don't have any desire to read JoJo's. I don't like JoJo's that much.
But Steel Ball Run, everyone says, like, even if you're not a JoJo's person, it just changes your opinion, because it's.
I mean, I am a JoJo's person, but it's like, do I really want to spend my time reading JoJo's?
Dude, it is. Apparently, Steel Ball Run is perfection. It's number 2 on my manga list. It's ahead of Fullmetal Alchemist, One Piece, Monster, Vagabond, Kingdom, ahead of all of those.
That is
on my manga list, which doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, my manga. I mean, I'm pretty sure Nuxtaku got Interspecies Reviewers to number 1 on my anime list before they just took it off.
Actually?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
That is
so
hilarious.
funny.
What a savage. No way. That's lit, actually. Oh, AK, I started watching another anime that is going on this season, and it's so good.
What is this one?
It's called Higarashi When They Cry.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Dude, I literally had no idea what was going on going into this anime, and then there's this scene where this girl's face just turned. Dude, I have so many questions. It's like I think it's got to be like a horror, murder, mystery type of show, and it is got me thinking about it, dude. It has potential, like big time potential.
There's too many good shows this season. I can't keep up.
Dude, this season is gonna be one for the record books. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know that there's really any that are gonna be like super outstanding. Like, there's not gonna be one that breaks the barriers like Demon Slayer did. But there's a lot of good shows.
I actually think that Jujutsu Kaisen has a chance.
I just don't think it does. I don't know. It's gonna be good, but I don't think it has the same impact. Oh,
Yeah,
by the way, from last episode, one of the this conspiracy theories where we said Usopp has mega what is the hockey called? Observation hockey.
Observation hockey.
It was like perfect timing because this week, right before like between Thriller Bark and Enies Lobby, like just like the 2 chapters in between there.
Yep.
I came across something where they're in like Usopp's. I think it's called like Syrup Village.
Yep.
Hometown, and then the onion-headed looking pirate said that Usopp is the pirate that turns his lies into the truth. Mind blown. Conspiracy theory confirmed.
I'm waiting for Usopp to have an absolutely shining moment, and I hope it happens. Because I love Usopp, and dude, One Piece. Don't get me started, AK. But how impactful was it when Robin screamed, "I want to live" after Luffy shot down the world government flag?
Enies Lobby and not Impel Down. Water 7 Enies Lobby is my favorite arc so far.
I would say if you ask most people who've read One Piece, watched One Piece, they would probably say Enies Lobby, Marineford, Water 7, and Dressrosa are the best arcs. And I guess the Sabaody Archipelago. Those are all fire.
If I keep cracking up at Thriller Bark though, it might make it up there. Thriller Bark is so funny.
It's the most underrated arc in my opinion because it is actually hilarious. It is so funny.
It's so funny. Like it's like every page something happens that just makes me laugh.
Right? It's and leave it to Oda to have like a horror themed arc. That's just comedy. Just pure comedy.
It's so funny. Whenever they're trying to recruit a crew member, Luffy will ask someone and they'll just reject him, and then they'll have to go through this long thing trying to get them to join. Or in the case of Frankie, it's more just you were with him for such a long time, and then it was just kind of assumed that he was going to become part of the crew until like the one chapter that he didn't want to be part of the crew.
Right.
But literally the 3rd page, Luffy asks Brooks if he wants to join the crew, and he says, "I'd love to." When he said that, I laughed out loud. It was
like, "Hey, you're pretty weird. Want to join my crew? I'd love to."
I mean, then he went back on that, but I just thought it was so funny that
Brooke has the darkest and probably the saddest backstory in all of the Straw Hat Pirates.
I feel like I'm coming up on it pretty soon. Isn't it in Thriller Bark?
Yep, it's in Thriller Bark. It is actually so sad, and they're gonna bring back characters, AK, and you are gonna literally be like, "How the fuck did Oda think of this?"
That's crazy. I just finally met another one of the 7 warlords, Gecko Moro or something.
Yeah, Gecko Moria. He's a very forgettable villain, but one of the best part. Oh my god, the end of Thriller Bark has. I think it's my favorite moment in all of One Piece. Yep, it is. Oh, how was there's another impactful moment at the end of Enies Lobby Water 7 when Usopp joined back. That shit was sad and so impactful, I thought. I really liked that whole dynamic because Zoro really stepped up as being the second mate. Like, if you take him back, I'm leaving. I
didn't really think about it that way until he said that, and then I was like, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Zoro's such a good character, even though he doesn't have, you don't learn that much about him, but through his actions and, the things he does, I just love him.
pretty boring, but important. I don't know.
He is, and like he does these things, and like later in the show, like he'll fight someone or like just body someone, not even trying. Like, oh my gosh, it's the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. It's just Zoro. It's not even Luffy. And then like Luffy will do stuff, and then Zoro will say, "Well, you better be that strong, because if you were any weaker, I would have to be the captain."
Of the first 5 crewmates, he's like the one that's like actually grounded and normal.
Yes. He's like grounded, and he's like almost okay, he's not the voice of reason, but he kind of keeps Luffy in check. He's the guy that keeps Luffy in check.
Yeah.
Because Luffy is quite the chaotic energy. Not saying Zoro's not, but if anyone checks Luffy, it's always Zoro.
That's true. We're just going to have an arc by arc kind of breakdown.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe we'll start doing that. An arc by arc breakdown.
We should do that once you get to the time skip.
Okay.
We can
I'm
rank
about
our
120 chapters away from that, I think.
All right, yeah, we can rank our favorite arcs, and then we can break them each down. We should do that. Future episode, whenever AK gets to the time skip after Marineford, guys, we got a One Piece arc breakdown coming up for you. Our podcasts always just take a turn to talk about anime, but I kind of like it.
Well, I mean,
just rant,
we can only, especially for this episode, we can only talk so much about
anime.
Did we ever talk about the Boondocks?
Oh, Boondocks, bro. Boondocks is fire. I've seen like 10 episodes, but it was good.
I haven't seen any of the Boondocks.
It's pretty good. That one is super heavily... Like, I thought it was an anime.
Yeah, that's another one that's commonly confused, actually, for an anime.
But, like, look... Have you ever seen, like, the stylization or anything?
Yeah, I've seen, like... I see a lot of memes about it.
Yeah.
So I know what it looks like.
And I think it kind of takes some a little hint from Samurai Champloo.
Does it?
Yeah, it's kind of like if Samurai Champloo, well, minus the whole samurai thing, but it's like in a modern U.S. world. It's kind of got the same vibe. I mean, it's got like hip hop, and they fight and stuff. It's pretty cool.
I think that'll be worth checking out. Then I think I'll check that out actually.
You watching anything else right now? Oh, me and AK are both watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, after we're done with Yu Yu Hakusho, we were gonna do like just a review of Yu Yu Hakusho, and we'll probably make that a thing. Watch an older anime kind of at the same time, and then give it a review after. Give our thoughts.
You guys would like that. I mean, for Yu Yu Hakusho fans, I know it's super popular, and I will tell you what, I'm on episode 20, I think.
I just finished the first season.
Okay, it is good. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm impressed so far, and I just know it gets better.
I'd agree with that. It's pretty good so far.
I'm pretty sure people consider an arc in Yu Yu Hakusho to have the best tournament arc in all of anime.
Is it the Dark Tournament arc, or is there more than one tournament arc?
I have no idea, dude.
Because I'm in the Dark Tournament arc right now.
I honestly, I couldn't tell you, man. Dressrosa has a good tournament arc.
Dressrosa does?
Huh. I mean, it's not an arc. It's a tournament part of the overarching arc.
Oh. Well, what about the best tournament arc in One Piece is when they're against the Foxy Pirates, dude? What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I watched that in the anime when I was watching the anime because I was a psycho that somehow grinded out like a bunch of anime episodes.
It seems like it's filler.
AK, the pacing in the One Piece anime is literally abysmal. It is, bro. Like, I think it took me because I think I got caught up to the anime. I think the anime was covering Zoe, and I was in Dressrosa. It took me so long to get through Dressrosa, like months, like literally months. There's like 100 episodes in Dressrosa, and the pacing is so bad. Like, I just wanted to quit watching right there.
That's kind of why I stopped watching the anime after, or like when I got into Skypiea, is because when I was in Alabasta, there's like, I read through most of Alabasta in like a day, and I swear I was watching the Alabasta arc for like 3 weeks. The arc they just have so many extra random like single episode filler stuff.
Right, and they stretch things out that don't need to be stretched out. The manga is just sparse, which is the case for most shows, but...
Mr. One versus Zolo. in the anime, I swear it took like 4 or 5 episodes, and it took a few chapters in the
That was
manga.
a cool fight. But anyways, I got sidetracked again. I was gonna say the Foxy Pirates arc, the Long Ring Longland arc, I actually thought was really funny and pretty good. Like for just a little break arc.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, but it was just like it almost if you wouldn't have been introduced to Admiral Okiji or whatever his name is, it would have been a literally a filler arc for the manga.
It would have been.
Because there's nothing important happens there except for you get introduced to the Admiral.
Yeah. And that was actually, now that we're talking about it, that was really the first L Luffy took, and you realize how far Luffy has to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just instantly beat all of them, like yawning. He wasn't even trying.
Yeah, he's OP.
Yo, we appreciate you guys for listening. It's awesome to see that we're actually getting some people that listen to us.
Yeah, we enjoy doing it.
Yeah, you enjoy doing it. So tell your friends if you'd like to come check us out. We're always just going to be here having a good time. I think we're going to start working on maybe getting some more guests on.
Yeah.
And just like bullshitting and having a good time like we usually do.
Yeah, once our schedules can line up a little bit better, we'll probably, or once we have a little bit more free time, we'll probably start doing a little more active stuff like finally get our tipsy tales out.
Yeah, we got to get the tipsy tales out one of these days. And I was thinking about maybe starting a TikTok and some social media pages so we can interact with you guys.
Yeah,
so
actually,
if we get those out.
I have a Discord made. I will throw that out on podcast bio. I'll put a permanent link to the Discord on the podcast bio. So if you guys want to join and interact with us, send memes, give us recommendations, us give you recommendations. We'll let you know when the new episodes are coming out. Join the Discord.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and we're going to be doing this for a long time. So join the Discord. You can always, we will definitely be interacting with you guys if you join the Discord.
I suppose if we're unless we want to go further into the abyss of randomness.
I'm trying to think. I think my randomness juices are running dry.
Yeah, same. It always happens at the end, but
always.
Oh well.
That's what makes it fun.
It's not an Undercover Weebs podcast episode if we don't get sidetracked at the end of the episode, right?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so join the Discord, guys. Let us know what you like, what your favorite episodes are, the concepts you like that we do, and just whatever you want. Hit us up.
Yeah. Till next time.
Till next time, take it easy.
Peace.